let's jump down to this third news story. So the U.S. Congress has sent Blizzard a letter urging them to reconsider Blitzchung's suspension. So the senators that signed this letter were Ron Wyden, Marco Rubio, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Mike Gallagher, and Tom Malinowski. This is a long quote from the document, but I feel like this probably sums up the just the whole story in general. So I'm just going to read this. Just bear with me. Your company claims to stand by one's right to express individual opinions, yet many of your own employees believe that Activision Blizzard's decision to punish Mr. Chung runs counter to those values. Because your company is such a pillar of the gaming industry, your disappointing decision could have a chilling effect on gamers who seek to use their platform to promote human rights and basic freedoms. Indeed, many gamers around the world have taken notice of your company's actions, understandably calling for boycotts of Activision Blizzard gaming sites. The only question I have on this outline, it's probably the question I'm going to ask. What the fuck is this?
What my biggest gripe is, so like, okay, they're shitting on Activision Blizzard because of their alleged defense of China, blah blah blah. But like the NBA went over there and did like the same fucking thing and bowed to China, and they don't say shit to them. So like, why are they selective? If you're gonna, you know what I mean? If you actually want to stand for something, then fucking be consistent across all platforms. You know what I mean? Across all people that are involved. Don't, oh, NBA, it's fine, but then Blizzard, fuck you. You guys are scumbags. You know what I mean? Like, be consistent. Don't send a letter to one company and then let the other one just not care. Like,
This is political bullshit. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know what the fuck World of Warcraft is, you know, or Hearthstone.
It's just another, we always say this, it's another opportunity to fucking grandstand. Get on your fucking pulpit and be like, oh, look how great we are. We care about everybody. When really no one gives a fuck about anybody. They're just in it for themselves. And to make like good PR, right? Maybe I'm just, which I am, but.
I'd like to see these guys host something and then have some kid come up and break every rule they put in place. And then when they, you know, decided to enact some sort of discipline on this hypothetical person, everybody jumped on them, started sending them letters about how they should run their shit, you know? Fuck you. Yeah. And what the other thing about this is that I heard that they sent this letter after Blizzard had already lightened the load on him.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
And it's like, fuck you. You're obviously not even keeping up with the news.
Just out of touch, right?
Yeah, you're just going to send this letter, you know, and just shame.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to, like, I think our original points that we made when we talk about this issue in the past. There were rules in place, right? There were rules explicitly stated that you don't fucking use their platform to express your views, no matter what they are. That was the rule. There's no questions that was the rule. Blitzchung said that he knew that he broke the rules. So what the fuck is everybody bitching about?
I can almost guarantee you he signed a waiver too.
Right.
I think
I guarantee you he signed a contract or a waiver.
Like I get it. Like fuck China. I'm with you too, but like that's not the point. He broke the rules. That's the point.
I think I find it
just like China.
I mean, I find it the most funny. Like, it's actually like too good of a story to be true. Like, you know, Dave talked about for a long time on the Blizzard actual like whole podcast that we had on Blizzard, just about like how Blizzard as a private company can't actually do anything about Hong Kong. And like the people that are saying and like trying to boycott Blizzard, like they're gonna have no effect on anything for anybody in Hong Kong or China, right? Like there's no correlation there. These are people that work for the federal government or in a position to actually make a change, like on a country by country level, and they're like putting pressure on a private company to do so, when if they really wanted to do something about it, they could try to write a bill and put pressure on Hong Kong from inside the federal government, like they're supposed to do. These are like 6 of the people that actually have power to do something about this, and instead of actually doing something, they're writing this letter to Blizzard. I mean, give me a fucking break. I mean, how ironic is it? It's unbelievable. How stupid are they?
When you put it like that, man, do you not only do you make like them sound stupid, and then everybody that supports them sound stupid, and then everybody that's boo-booing Blizzard sounds stupid, but
Yeah.
man, what a total like you just said, like why? I mean, you just summed it up there perfectly. But why are we trying to make Blizzard out to be the bad guys?
I don't know.
When I mean, obviously China's the bad guy, and you know whatever the message here is, I don't get it. I feel like everything is just lost on people. Like they just start fighting towards like the wrong thing and throwing all this resistance at a company that really just wants to stay out of this and should stay out of this. This isn't their fight.
They were throwing something and having an event for their fans, for a hobby and a game that not only that we would hope that the company loves, but their fans do. And they're saying, come win money while you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now, I don't know. And now they're the bad guys, like you said. They're the bad guys.
Yeah, and it's just because people just always say like, "Oh, well, you're just catering to China," blah 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 blah, and which like maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But at the end of the day, there was a rule or rules, and they were violated. And usually, when you break the rules, there are consequences, right? Or am I fucking dumb? Do I not understand it?
Yeah, both
I
of you
can't
and
wait
You
to
Matt.
gotta crack a few eggs, Dave.
I can't wait to put this on the show next week again and have you say the same thing again.
Yeah, like I mean, like what the fuck?
You and Matt both
Them-
made points that sums this up in a way that like we can't add to it that would make it any more clear on what our opinion is here. It doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
Dave, I'm not gonna say it again. and Matt, that was a great point you made. There's nothing left else to say. Like that. That's exactly what it is. And
Yeah, you're right. We're done with
beat
this
it to
topic.
death.
We're done with this topic until next week.